Hello everyone, my name is Jeffrey and welcome back for episode 11 of my modded Satisfactory playthrough here on YouTube. In this video it's time to take a quick look at quartz mining and processing. This mod is known as Cryolite. We can break it down into many different usable parts. Keeping it simple today with the options we currently have available helps to finish off most of the tier 4 unlocks. Thank you for all the support and help with the series so far. Let's get to playing games. Well, it's that time already. It's time for the last episode of the modded Satisfactory playthrough, for now anyway. Until we're done our Satisfactory 1.0 playthrough, which starts in the next video after this one. Depending on when you're watching this. But let's finish it off today with a little bit of, a little bit something we kind of know, but is going to be done a little bit differently than usual. It's a quartz party. We're going to be building out a little bit of a quartz setup today. We're going to unlock some hyper tubes here in the hub terminal, which means we also need to go grab some more of my things from around the factory to unlock the advanced parts, because I believe I need, the encased industrial beam. So I need to be able to actually unlock that recipe first. Need the encased industrial beam so we can unlock the hyper tubes towards the end. I'll end up just setting that up in a hand-fed assembler again. Not going to worry about the pipeline upgrades or the future assembly projects, anything like that. Future Jeffrey's problem. Today we're going to keep it nice and simple, nice and easy. We're just going to have a little bit of fun. I hope if you've been playing Satisfactory 1.0, I hope you've been enjoying yourself so far. I am still probably on the road when this video comes out, and I'm very, very excited to get settled into the new place, set up the computer, and jump into 1.0 myself so we can get started on that awesome playthrough that I'm planning on hopefully taking advantage of probably for the next year or so. You're going to see at least 2 episodes a week of Satisfactory, pending nothing super bad happens. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. But without further ado, let's head on over to where we know we have 2 pure quartz nodes ready to go. Over by just across from our steel factory set up over here. We did actually have a miner on it last time that was filling up just the raw materials for us. So we're going to head on over there. We're going to do a little bit of overhaul. We're going to finally set up some full-on machines to automate everything, and then wrap it up with hypertubes. So I'll meet you guys over there in 3, 2. Alright, sorry, we're here over at the original. What I was doing is the quartz setup, just our little basic thing here. Essentially what we're going to do today is we're going to automate photovoltaic cells, because we need the crushed stone that's coming out of the lineup here. We can turn that into sand, and then turn that into glass, and then we can mix that glass with let me double check the recipe here for you guys. You take that glass, you mix it with the silica, and you get simple photovoltaic cells, which would really help automate, really help set us up with a lot more of the solar panels, so that we could have like a big yard of them, and then, actually have them be a little bit more useful. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead quickly and tear down what we got going down right here. I'll keep all these storage bins for now, just because they got a bunch of stuff I'm going to probably use at some point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take down the sorter and the miner, and I'm going to build probably maybe in I'll probably just build, this probably won't be an aesthetically pleasing one. We'll just build a platform just for functionality, just so I don't have to waste too much space going through here. But I don't know how huge this build's going to be, and I guess I could also cut down these trees. I don't know if I can cut down. I don't think I can cut these ones down. So yeah, we'll just build like a platform kind of right in this direction, and that way we can set up our quartz build. Alright, time for teardown. So it turns out you can cut these trees down. Wait, how'd you get back here? I killed you. How you respawn? How'd you do that? Get out of here. Get out of town. God, there we go. These guys are hard to kill sometimes. A lot of armor, I think, or HP, whatever it is. But anyway, yeah. So I got my miner set down right here on the cryolite here. And since I can cut down those big trees, I just ended up building the platform back towards the land here, so it wasn't just a floating platform in the sky. So now we can go ahead and set things up. I got a miner here with the steel mining head on it that we got last time, and it's all powered up, ready to go. So I know I got 120 per minute coming out of each side from here. Sorry, quick time change so we can see these things a lot easier. So now that we have the miner set up, I got 120, like I said, coming out each side. We're going to set up a sorter, probably 2 sorters actually. I think we're going to go, definitely going to need some more room here. So I'm going to go 1 sorter there. 1 sorter there. Then we're going to grab our Mark II conveyor belts. Put those into there. We're going to go tier 1 sorted cryolite silica on this one. That'll give us 90 silica per minute here, 60 quartz per minute. Actually, we can even boost this up a little bit. If I had power shards. I could just add, you know what I'll do? I could just add another one. And then I can put a splitter in. It'll take like the 30 extra that it's not using. We'll just like downclock this to only use 30 per minute, which would probably be like 20. Yeah, so that's easy enough. So we'll just add in another one for that one. What about this one? This one was the salt. Okay, this one takes us straight up 120 per minute. So we'll just leave that one as is off the left-hand side here. Actually, it'd probably make more sense if I actually did it here, wouldn't it? So let's go. Let's fill in a little bit more down this side. That way you can set up another sorter here. And so we'll change this one actually to the salt. This one can get changed to the silica. This one can be silica and 20 per minute. And we were maximizing our yield. And so now you just need a splitter coming off of here. Here's what I'll do. We'll go. Oops. Logistics. Not a smart splitter, just a splitter. Should be able to link them up if I put it here. And there we go. Okay. So we go one end over here. Okay, now for step 2. So we know we get. So from here we're gonna get some salt. That salt is just gonna go into a storage bin for now because I'm not really entirely sure what I use. I know I use it for stuff in the future, but I'm not really using it for much right now. The main things I want out of here is you want a lot of quartz crystal. I mean, quartz crystal gets eaten up for all the signs you end up making, and it gets used in a lot of recipes in the next tier that we haven't actually gotten to yet. But if you are continuing with the modded Satisfactory, then this will definitely help set you up for the future. Or if you're just coming back to this in the future and watching it and trying to figure out what to do, then hopefully this works out for you. So the silica that we get from here, so we get 90 from here, 30 from here, so that's a total of 120. So let's check what the recipe is like in the assembler. So it takes 120 silica per minute. Well, how about that? What do you know? Perfect amount. And then I need 60 glass per minute. So hopefully I can be able to get, hopefully I'm able to get 60 glass per minute here. So in order to do that, how do I get sand again? Sand is crushed stone into crusher? Yeah. Oh, which I can also make more silica if I needed it. So if I wanted to expand this out at all, I can take some of the quartz that I'm using that's just going to end up going into storage for now. I could actually use a little bit of that to automate even more silica. Which I might actually do, because since I'm going to be using all the silica this is producing for the photovoltaic cells, maybe I'll put in a crusher and take like the 30 per minute, and that'll give me, that'll at least like automate silica for me through this mix. Because in total we're going to have 60, 80, we have 200 quartz per minute, so might as well throw some into swap it into silica, and then the rest will probably just get thrown into the awesome sink for now to give me some extra points until we're ready to do some more. Looks like cryolite lime dust is pretty important too, so used in fertilizers, clarification processes, harmful, like all sorts of useful stuff you can use lime dust for. So if we can't pull it out of this one because we're kind of maximizing it all into quartz, we got this one right here, and if it's so important, then I mean we could just set up a big one on that to turn it all into the dust. But anyway, yeah, for now, let's get this crusher out of the way because it's going to be just blocking stuff for us. And let's set up the crushers where we actually need them so that they can make the sand. Alright, sorry to skip ahead a little bit on you guys. You didn't miss too much. So all I've got going here right now is I've got some lifts feeding up the crushed stone right now. So I did realize that this isn't going to be able to be like a fully... unless I add some more from this one, which we would probably do in the future. I'm not going to have enough crushed stone to put in enough sand, because we need 90 sand per minute to get 60 glass to match the rest of the output here. So some of this is just going to end up being, you know, not the 100% efficient that we sometimes do, but, you know, it's going to be automated, and that's all we can really ask for right now. So now that we have some crushed stone flowing into the sand, now we can go ahead and we can put the smelter in front of that one. Alright, let's get the smelter in here, line it up with, man, my graphics seem to have really dropped all of a sudden. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad on the video for you guys. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to drop the smelter in right there. We're not going to be getting 30 per minute, so that's okay. We can just do a Mark 1 conveyor belt in here for now. And then just sloppy glass. I think the ratio is going to end up being, so this wants 60 per minute, but I think it's only going to get 46.667. So see if we can, hello game, there we go. So what would 46.667 divided by 2 look like? So we copied that and paste that here. Yeah, 46.667. Beautiful. So yeah, since this is like a 2-to-1 ratio, you basically, I could just cut it in half really. So yeah, that should work now. That gives us 23.334 sand per minute. Not sure how to do this one, so we'll just slide it back a little bit. Okay, so I've set this to 23.4, so we'll actually get just a little bit extra. Or sorry, we'll actually be using, like, it won't back up because it'll actually be pulling just a tiny bit more than it actually is like just the tiniest amount. So it should still run properly. I think we'll see. But yeah, now we can put in the assembler for the rest of this. We'll send that a little bit extra room here, so we'll put it right here. Actually, maybe even just a little bit. Well, we'll loop that over a little bit. Okay, so assembler, you can go right there. You can be our photovoltaic cell. We're going to downclock this to what? How much glass do we get per minute? 15.6. So I got to make that say 15.6. We're going to make 2.08 simple photovoltaic cells per minute with 15.6 glass per minute and 31.2 silica per minute, which means we can go ahead and just pull that off of here. Right out of here, I think. Oh, we'll need a little bit more than just that one machine puts out, but that's okay. We'll just, so what do we get? We get 30, 90. So you get we got 120 total, right? So you know what we'll do? I'll just, so I still want some. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do a storage bin. Double storage bin. The big boy. And I might actually even need more than one Osmond sink in this because I'm not sure if I'll be able to move all the stuff all at once. I'm going to put this one here for now. Then we're going to take the sand out of here. Or sorry, the glass out of here. And get up to the outside of that one. And then here. Oh, this technically in the wrong order. Oh wait, no it's not. Okay, yeah, so we'll go logistics, smart splitter here. Coming from over there. And then I can go just a normal splitter here. Sounds like someone's mad at me. Variable Mark 1 is fine. There we go. So this will have to be a Mark 2 conveyor belt. There. And then so if I said this smart splitter overflow on the right, that means this stuff, these two will fill up, and then once they're filled up, the rest will just go into the sink. Perfect. So now I just need a merger for the silica, which I'm not actually 100% sure which side the silica comes out, so let's find out first. The silica from the left? Okay. Silica's on the left-hand side. So we're going to go merger. Right there. These just Mark II conveyor belts, why not? I want you to go underneath. There we go, that'll be all our silica combined. Oh no, that's fine. You know what, actually I can just move those. They technically don't have to be right there. So I'll move them just so I like it. I like this better. I need to go grab some simple conveyor belt pieces. That's okay. And then we're gonna put the stackable conveyor pole back in here. So it looks all nice and clean. And we'll finish off that belt, which is actually facing the wrong way. So that's actually, oh, because I didn't even have to do that because it's supposed to come out this, and then I could just turn it around, but that's okay. Since I'm already doing this, I might as well make it the way I want it to now. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out how to stack these together. So now we got the quartz line coming through the middle here. So we get those flowing through into mergers. And that gives me a total of 120, 60, that's 180. How much to get out of here? Will you tell me? Another 20, so 200. So that was Mark III conveyor belts I was using, I believe, yes. So they can move up to 270, which I'm glad I unlocked those. So now that quartz is going to get fed into a storage, and then yeah, it's going to have to be a second awesome sink here on the side. So we're gonna go storage box. Industrial storage box. There we go. Make sure the orange is actually facing me. And then another sink, unfortunately. You can just go in there. I'm gonna hop up on here so make this a little bit easier for myself. So we're gonna grab a smart splitter now. We'll go logistics, smart splitter. Mark III conveyor belts. We're gonna, whoa. There we go. So we'll set that up like that. So yeah, go forward first, and then overflow to the left. And we'll have all the quartz I need when I need it. This is the crushed stone going into sand. Make the photovoltaic cells. I have this connected to the wrong one apparently. There we go. I was like, why is that not doing anything? I mean, also that's not hooked up to power, but there we go. Fix that part. Okay, so that'll start making everything we need for that one. Oh, I thought my game crashed for a second. It's like ever so slowly adding a little bit of time to my autosaves. So those are all ready to go now. That's going to fill up in there. And then the only thing I have left to take care of is the 30 salt permit that I'm going to get out of here. And like I said, I'm going to throw that in. Actually, here's what we'll do here. So we'll go take this out because this should be able to handle enough. I'm going to go back up on top of this here. So it's coming out from right here. So I want to grab a smart splitter. Put it about right there. I want to grab a merger. I'm going to put it right here. That one can just go in there. This can just be Mark I conveyor belts connecting these ones. Oh, that didn't line up properly. Yeah, that's okay. I like it the way it is. Oh, no, I'm going to change it. If nothing's lining up properly. Oh no. Wrong merger to get rid of. Actually, I guess that doesn't even need to be merger. I'm just going like this, but now it's not going to line up. So we're putting the merger back on anyway. Okay, I got it. So smart splitter underneath, directly lined up with there. So that's going to go into a merger with this one. Our Mark III conveyor belts here. This is going to be the prettiest, but it's okay. It's going to be fully functional. So we'll just fire that in there for now, but we actually want the center output to be overflow. That didn't need to be a Mark III conveyor belt, that can just Mark I. So now we're going to bring this one out with a storage right here. So just a Mark I conveyor belt going into that storage, just like that. Then I want to set this smart splitter. So the left output is actually any undefined, and the center output is overflow. I'm just going to plug this in. And I think that's technically the quartz, our quartz setup. Let me get a little overhead here. As high up as I can anyway. Yeah, so we got the one cryolite node. We could have used two. We got 3 sorters. Now pumping out plenty of, like pretty much all the quartz products and byproducts we're going to need. Like, it's a good enough basic setup. Like I said, we didn't fully 100% automate all the way like the photovoltaic cells as best we could have, but I mean, we have some, and that's better than nothing. I mean, it's not like you need a crazy amount of them to make the solar panels anyway, so it's a nice little thing to automate. And then if you really needed it, you can make the extra, you can make the extra silica from all the quartz that we're making. So we got plenty of quartz for all the research and everything too. And that's going to go in, start getting us some more points. Get almost like 6,000 points per minute now. Get up there. So that is the quartz party off the to-do list. And hopefully now, all our extra stators and stuff I was making back at base should be able to unlock the next phase, so I can try putting in a hypertube to wrap this up and have a little bit of fun. Also, I forgot to mention it. Last time when we made those adjustments to like playing with like some of the new power stuff, because we're actually made enough to the point where I'm basically not burning through my solid biofuel at all. And this is actually even like just completely backed up, like the entire system. So I definitely don't have to worry about filling that the biomass generators for a while, which means if you wanted, you could also tear down that like biowater setup we have up over there. Turns out it's now completely unnecessary. But yeah, we did end up having everything ready to go for unlocking the next tier. I just wanted to make sure you guys, for anyone who is following along, know that we're basically to the point where you don't want to turn those off, but they're basically not doing a whole lot right now until we actually build out like a bunch more factory. So we're just going to go ahead and load up everything we got in here now. Oh, I think I may actually need to go grab a couple more rotors, but yeah, we do have, forgot to grab the rotors on my way over, but we got everything else, and let me grab the rotors and we'll send this off. You guys probably just heard me say motor or rotor there a whole bunch of times, and I was like, wait a second, those are stators. Those are stators I'm grabbing. There we go, so now we can send those off. That unlocks the advanced parts, so hopefully we can just go to another assembler here. Set up our encased industrial beam, which should be super easy because we've got lots of steel beams and lots of concrete. So what do I actually need for unlocking hypertubes? I need 200. I got everything else. I need 200 of these. So if I can make 20 per minute, what's 200 divided by 20? 10 minutes. So if I make 4 of these, and I have plenty of stuff, like I'm just going to hand feed them. We'll just set that up over here somewhere. Actually, let me just set it up on like the upper floor because we got so much space up there. There we go, the most simple setup you're ever going to see for encased industrial beams, since we can't do any overclocking. And we got 4 of them all together here, so we're going to load up one of these boxes with steel beams, one of these boxes with concrete, and then we'll come back in 10 minutes and we'll be good to go. Concrete. Steel beams. Should be enough to get the 200 that I need. So I guess technically I should put another storage container off the back. And maybe add some mergers in, because otherwise I'm going to have to pull this out manually. Alright, we're making encased industrial beams, baby. Let's go. You see those fly under there, so we're getting everything ready. We can have a little hypertube action fun here at the end. So I think that should be enough. They take 10. The only thing I may need more of is concrete. I feel like the steel beams we had enough of because we had like a couple thousand steel beams. Worst case scenario, we just go grab a few more. But yeah, I think now is a good time. I'm going to let the time pass a little bit. This 10 minutes. I'm actually just going to run to the bathroom really quick. And then I'm going to unlock hypertubes. I don't know if I'm going to use hypertubes as much in 1.0 unless they've been like optimized a little more. So big problem I was having last time, just before I go here, And we skip ahead. Like something I noticed in like before when I was using my hypertube cannons, they became really laggy like towards the end of the playthrough. So I don't know if I'm going to worry about using them as much this time. Well, hypertube cannons more so than anything else. Like maybe I'll still use just the hypertubes in general. But anyway, let's get some encased beams and then we'll be good to go. All right, you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's send this space elevator. Let's send this rocket off. Get ourselves some hyper cannons. Hypertube cannons, what do I call them? Let's see how difficult they are to build. So it'd be part of transport, I would imagine. So we need glass. That's not bad. I have a little bit extra. That's just for the hypertube. Wow, just for the hypertube, you need screws, glass, and the bronze. Wow. These are not easy to make. So, I mean, we can still make a cannon at least. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do for now. So I just need to grab some concrete. I got everything else, just to grab some concrete. All right, I'm up on the very tippy top of my useless platforms that I was building earlier in the playthrough. I never ended up getting used for anything. I was gonna make this like a mega starter base, but I ended up kind of scratching that idea. So, for anyone who is familiar with making some hypertube cannons, a super easy way to do it. And so let's say, for example, I'm kind of want to shoot myself up through there. I set myself like right about maybe right about there. So we'll go one there, and then out from there. I usually like to leave. Oh, here I'll build a couple. It'll let me line them up. There we go. Alright, I can use all of these. I'm going to take out this one, this one, this one, and the back one's fine. So essentially what I want to do here, I'll try and get one right in front of everybody by using the hypertube. Actually did this wrong. Okay, so let me take those out. Sorry, it's been a little while since I built a hypertube cannon. Okay, so we go 1, 2. Am I lined up? Yes. Okay, so and you connect those with the hypertube. I'm going to disconnect this one. Turn this one into a hypertube entrance. Now, just shoot me out like a cannon. There we go. Okay, so just so I don't accidentally get shot out here. I make sure these are lined up. So we're gonna line one of those up there. You can give yourself a little bit of space in between if you want. We'll grab the hypertube, do the same thing, connect it to the front one there. Turn this into a hypertube entrance. Hook this up to power. Now I should have a double. Let's give it a try. There we go. So now we got double launcher. So now I'm going to do this 2 more times. Give us a 4. I'm going to grab the hypertube. Connect those up. Get rid of the front one. Grab your entrance. Grab another power pole because we're going to be out of connections on this one. And then, to actually make the launcher, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one more support here. I'm going to go grab this hypertube support. I'm going to drag it out a little bit. About that far. Put it up a little bit. Tilt it back like that. Grab our hyper tube. Why is it not? Oh, it's not lined up. That's why. So we'll line that up here. Up one. Scroll back to tilt it. Change it to noodle so to actually go. And I think I have to make this hypertube entrance as well. And now this should launch me. Thankfully I have a parachute. Parachute? There we go. I was like, hopefully it's going to work. So yeah, we need to aim it a little bit higher and make it a little bit stronger if we want to go a little bit further. But that is essentially, if you've never built a hypertube cannon before, the absolute basics. I built it on a super weird angle. And I actually have a more in-depth video if you want to go back and check out in my Satisfactory Update 8 playlist. There's a little bit further back, some tips and tricks about building with hypertube cannons. They are a little bit finicky in Update 8, and I'm not 100% sure if things are going to change in 1.0. I guess we're going to have to find out together. So, you know, if depending on when you're watching, it may actually not work anymore, but I feel like those basic hypertube cannons are always work, so I wouldn't be too worried about losing those. Anyway, I apologize for maybe a little bit of a shorter episode, but I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I didn't have a ton of time to finish off this series with everything going on, trying to pack everything up for moving and all that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed just a little bit of a dive into the Satisfactory Plus mod. It is a lot. There's no question about that. It can be quite overwhelming at times and kind of difficult to figure out, but it's definitely a lot of fun. Definitely a nice little switch up from regular Satisfactory. But I am so ready for when next time after this video comes out. The next one you see from me is going to be my Satisfactory 1.0. Finally getting it started. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, getting us over 1,000 subscribers and everything. It's really meant a lot to me, so thank you guys again. I'm going to say it 1,000 times, and I will see you guys soon for 1.0.